In the daytime, I'm Mr. Natural, as healthy as I can be.
But at night, I'm a junk food junkie. Good Lord, have pity on me. All right. What? I love them from Dr. Pepper.
Come on, let's get back to work. What?
I don't know, but it sounds like something Adolf Hitler would have said.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to work.
M&M's.
Okay.
Whipped pretzel.
You want to introduce what we're doing today?
Hello, camera. I'm SonicBlu Darkfield. Nice to meet you.
No.
Oh,
Food-wise.
food-wise. Oh, hello, food. I'm SonicBlu.
Tell the audience what we're doing.
Well, you said introduce. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Cooking with SonicBlu. I am SonicBlu Darkfield, and with me is Rune the Wolf. I'm going to finish eating up my M&Ms here. Wait, there's one. There's one in the bag. Come on. Ah!
There's one on the floor trying to get away.
5-second roll, which doesn't mean squat in this kitchen.
Yeah, really.
Ah! 5-second roll. Doesn't mean squat in this kitchen, but I can still eat it because I got an cast iron complex. What are we doing today?
We're going to be making stroganoff. Good old-fashioned, from scratch, stroganoff.
What'd you call me? Yes, in other words, we're doing beef stroganoff.
Yes.
And it's going to be the traditional way that his mother showed him.
Yeah.
This is his mother's recipe. So.
Well, family recipe, but still.
Well, it had to come from somewhere.
Yeah, true. But, okay. So, first, we're going to get a nice pot of water here.
Let's do that boiling real quick.
Yeah, on to heat for our noodles.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the one. Good. Okay.
I'm eating the rest of my M&M pretzels.
Yeah. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take some nice cuts of beef.
Very nice cuts.
And we've cut these down to smaller, bite-sized pieces. You don't want them too terribly big, otherwise it's not going to fit in your mouth when you're eating it. So.
Right.
So basically, what we're going to do here is we're going to heat up a nice big old pan like this one here.
Make it hot, hot, hot.
Yeah. And we're going to basically brown and cook this meat, which this is what was this?
Some kind of steak.
Rib meat.
Yeah, this is short rib.
Yeah, short rib meat.
Short rib meat, but you can use basically anything. The thinner it is, the better it's going to be.
Yes.
So I got some nice thin pieces of short rib here.
There you go.
Yeah, some of them came out a little thick, but this is one of those recipes that it doesn't necessarily mean that everything has to be the exact same size.
Even if you try to be a perfectionist and, you can't be perfect in the kitchen sometimes.
Exactly, especially in this
I see mushroom here. What are you going to do with mushroom?
Mushroom is going to be going into the meat mix, but that will come in a little bit later.
And let me guess, we saute it with garlic.
Correct, my friend.
And we use real butter.
Real butter.
Real butter.
Okay.
And then we're going to be adding sour cream after we get everything mixed together.
Mixed together and all that.
Right.
We're also going to be doing a side of mixed veggies, but
Mixed veggies on the side, but you can always do that to your whim. Now, I see wide egg noodles here. These can be purchased anywhere.
And they do need to be egg noodles for this recipe.
They do need to be egg noodles?
No substitution for this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because egg noodles have just the right enough starch and egg mix in it for it to work well with our sauce that we're going to be introducing later.
So basically, we wouldn't be using rotini for this because we wouldn't be able to. Because I like rotini. I like rotini because it doesn't taste too eggy, but this might actually be beneficial for this type of recipe. So we're using egg noodles instead of rotini. Rotini is the same shape, but the only difference is rotini doesn't taste too much like egg, like noodles.
About half
the egg
than that.
And it doesn't taste as strong as egg. But anyway, so we're going to wait for this to boil up, and it shouldn't take too long. And while we're doing that, Rune is going to add some sea salt to the water, so that way it keeps it clean. And it's very starchy, this stuff too. So you're probably going to need more than that. Whoa, that's. Are you sure that's? Well, actually, a little bit. Okay, there you go. And he's going to get some.
I do a little bit more into the hand, so I can measure.
There you go. So anyway, we're going to be doing that. Nothing else going into there. No spices.
No spices. No nothing.
Just plain as it is.
Water and salt.
What about a little shot of oil to prevent the noodles from sticking?
Don't need it.
That? No?
Don't need it.
Because
they're egg noodles.
they're egg noodles, that's right. They have more egg content than regular rotini does, so you don't need oil.
Right.
Now, so we got our sour cream, we got our meats, we got our butter, we got our mushroom, we got our egg noodles, and we got our water. It's in the boiling stage.
No, it's starting. It's getting there.
Yep.
And we're getting this pan nice and hot. Feel that. Don't actually feel it metal, but
No, I know. But the best way to test out your heat level is to have your hand just slightly above your pan to test about how hot
1.5
it
to
is.
2 inches above your pan.
Right, and then you can feel the heat just
Radiating.
off of that thing. Yeah, good idea.
And that's just about right. Actually, that's not too hot.
Yeah, well, if you do it like real quick like that. Okay, so what are we doing first?
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to
First the meat.
do the meat up first.
Okay, so not the vegetables, first the meat.
Right.
Because meat actually retains your heat longer than the mushroom will.
And we are going to be reintroducing the meat back in with the mushrooms after we get the mushrooms done.
That is a good idea. All right, so what do we use to stir this with? Just a regular spoon?
Just a regular spoon. We want to get it nice and...
Or a scraper. As long as you keep moving this around until it's nice and brown, and then you go to town.
And you notice I did not add any oil or butter to this at all.
No, this is going to be a very plain mix of meat, you know.
Yes.
No Chef Paul Prudhomme?
Well, we can add a little bit of salt and pepper right here.
Salt and pepper?
Yeah, salt and pepper.
Nothing better than the best for the
Just the
pepper.
basics. Nothing but the basics for right now.
Okay, there's a little salt or pepper and just a little sprinkle of salt here.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. No Chef Paul Prudhomme.
No Chef Paul Prudhomme, no Paula Deen, no nothing.
He's going to be very upset we're not adding his spices to this.
Well, this is not his recipe now, is it?
True. But he's still going to be very upset when he finds out we don't add his seasoning to this dish.
Oh, we're not going Cajun this time.
True. But he's still going to be very upset when we do it.
This is more of a, what is it? Not French, but more of a Polish/German dish.
German, right, because Stroganoff is
right.
More like a German name, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
So, what we're looking for is browning kind of like that. But this is not completely done.
That's not completely done.
But I was just showing it off at the moment.
Make sure you cook your meat until it's all brown.
Yeah.
Not one single bit of red is still lingering in your meat.
Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the larger pieces when it's all done and actually cut it open to see if it's done all the way through.
Sorry, I got a little song in my head.
Yeah, I noticed. Probably junk food junkie.
No, man, I don't know who I got in there. I think it's Donna Summer.
Oh.
I'd love to love you, baby. No, you know Donna Summer hates doing that song?
Oh, I'm sure. It's just like, who is it? Spot. Hates doing the line.
Oh, yeah, Live Long and Prosper. Of course, 'cause everybody reminds him.
Yeah, he hates that line.
Well, the reason why Donna Summer does not like I Love to Love You, Baby is because she is not as provocatively sexual as she sounds in that song.
Right.
She doesn't like the way she sounded, but she does like songs like On the Radio. She loves that song. She loves doing that one. That's a great song, and of course she works hard for the money.
She works hard for the money, so hard for it, honey. She works hard for the money, so you better treat her right.
With R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take out TCB. Sock it to me, 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 sock it. Yeah, Aretha Franklin. She was on Atlantic Records too.
We're just going through all the goodies, aren't we?
I know it. She was on Atlantic for many, many years.
Starting off with Junk Food Junkie.
Right. And then Donna Summer was on the Casablanca Records. And then, of course, Aretha Franklin on Atlantic.
Maybe we should do a little bit of Beatles?
Beatles. Ooh, I need your meat, babe. Stir it nice and good. Hope you stir that meat, babe. Don't make it taste like wood. Oh, stir it. Oh, well, maybe not. Alright, so it looks like it's getting to the point where it's about medium rare-ish, but we want it to be as well done as possible, right? Well, not too well done because you're going to be reintroducing it to heat later. But you want to make sure that there are no red.
Right.
And the instant that it... Now, do we take this off and drain it?
Yeah, we're going to be taking it off and draining it. We're going to leave a little bit of the juice in here for when we do the mushrooms and garlic. So they get some of the flavor of the meat as well.
So let me see if I can get a little stirry Rooney.
So let me grab another plate.
Another plate. Oh, I have got another plate. Another plate of which to put my meat onto. When we are through, then we'll cook it again. See, the Beatles could have been masters of the kitchen. You never know.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine Paul McCartney with instead of a bass guitar, had a couple of skillets and came out of the kitchen with an apron on?
Oh no, I would see him with a giant spatula. I could see him with like a giant spatula.
Ringo Starr would carry like a pair of chopsticks instead of drumsticks.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Alright lads, I was ready to have some stir fry. That's what Ringo would say.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I'll just make a whole bunch of meat in the big skillet here. That's what Paul would say. And then John, of course, he'd be like, oh, I don't know, but I just put something together in the saucepan, if you know what I mean.
Get that piece towards center.
Or, well, that would be more George.
Yeah. Now which one would be...
Edison.
Now which one would be the fryer? Because they are from Liverpool. Where fish and chips is a huge thing.
Yes, but they are from Liverpool, so they could actually be from a pool of liver and onions. No?
Nah.
Nobody likes liver and onions. I understand.
Actually, British love liver and kidney pie.
They do, but you gotta understand that these are the Beatles, and the Beatles' favorite food in the whole world was jelly babies.
Yeah, true.
Okay, looks like we are getting all of the red out of our meat. We're going to cook that red right out of our meat. We're going to cook that red right out of our meat.
South Pacific.
Oh, there's still a little red,
Yeah.
so we're just going to let it cook for a little bit more.
Yeah.
Notice that your juices are turning into a nice brown sauce.
Yeah.
That's a combination of the juice from the meat, the blood, everything.
Yeah, and we're actually going to leave most of that in there for when we do our mushrooms.
Mmm.
Because the mushrooms are going to soak that up and get the meat flavor that we're looking for.
We were looking for the meat flavor. Hello, meat flavor. Well, there's plenty of it in here. We don't have to look very far.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting the pot on for our veggies.
Yeah, get the pot on, man. Woo! No, wait, not that kind.
Turmeric, right? Make the veggies.
We don't have. Oh well, for the veggies,
Yeah.
now I recommend that we use tarragon.
Tarragon.
And that is found. Swoosh! 10 points.
Good thing that is nicely sealed. Otherwise, that garlic salt would.
Here it is. Here's my tarragon.
Okay, it is medium rare. That's about where we're wanting right now.
As long as there's no pink on the outside or red on the outside, then we're pretty much ready.
Because we are going to be reintroducing it back into.
Hi, mate. I'd like to reintroduce you to your mushroom here. Oh yeah, hi mushroom. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
We're going to take this off, keeping all those nice, lovely, beautiful juices in there.
Lovely juices, yes it is.
Okay, this also gives the meat a little time to rest and allow some of the flavors to recongeal in the meat.
You did good, meat. You did good. Now just sit there and relax and hang tight. We'll be ready with you in a minute. All right.
Now, we're going to add just a little bit of butter to this.
Just a little pat of butter makes the mushroom saute. The mushroom saute. This one's go back up here anyway.
Did you put some in?
No, I did not.
Oh. Can you put some into the backwater there? Yeah.
Tarragon. Okay.
The tarragon.
Add the tarragon
Okay.
to the walla.
We just put a little bath of butter in there.
And we're adding tarragon to our boiling water. That should be plenty for that volume of water.
For our veggies.
Now, we're sliding, how much would you say? About a half a teaspoon?
That's about a half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon of butter goes in there.
Maybe 3/4.
3/4. Well, just put a full teaspoon in there.
Yeah. Somewhere between half and a full is fine.
Yeah.
So,
Until you get that nice and melted and mixed around with these juices of the meats. Nice and buttery.
okay. And that will also help thicken up this juice as well later on.
Now smell that tarragon.
But okay,
Very strong smelling tarragon.
so this is about 2.5, 3 cups of mushrooms.
I'd say about 3 cups. Maybe a little bit more, 3.5.
So we're going to be adding
About 3 cups of mushrooms should
about
work.
3 cups, yeah.
This is enough to sop up all that beautiful juice, retain that flavor of the meat juice. And when do we add our garlic?
We're going to be adding it right here as well.
All right.
Okay,
Let's get that garlic open. Garlic, garlic. Ooh. You know, there's one thing stronger than the smell of tarragon. Garlic. It's about 1 clove.
About one
About a
and
couple.
about
1.5 to 2.
2 cloves of garlic in there.
About 1 to 2 cloves of garlic. Well, add 2 if you feel gutsy.
Oh, but I love garlic, so I'm
We
always...
love garlic.
So,
Smell it already.
oh yes.
Alright, so stir that around, and as you can see, a lot of that juice has already been soaked into the mushroom already.
Yep.
Just think of mushrooms as little sponges.
Well, that's
you know.
basically what they are. They're so porous that they'll
Yeah,
soak
they
up
are.
any moisture in the air.
They sure will. That's what makes them a fungus.
Yep. So, how's our water looking?
It's starting to
Not
bubble
quite there
pop a
yet.
little bit of a bubble here and there, but not quite ready for the noodles.
Okay. Yeah, it's not going to soak up all of the juices, and that's what we want. It's not everything to get soaked up. Because as you can see, right down here, about 2/3 to 1/2 of the liquid has been soaked up. But we do want to keep some of that juice.
It seems that the more you cook it, though, the more of the juices seem to seep right back out into your mixture.
And then comes right back into the mushrooms.
That's because all the pores, they get cooked out, and all that juice kind of just runs back out into the skillet.
Opens up and closes and opens and closes.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's the way of fungus, but it looks like it's getting really done there.
Yeah. Okay.
So, let's take all that and set that aside
No.
just for a moment. No? Oh, we're going to add the meat now.
We're going to reintroduce the meat.
All right,
Yeah,
let's introduce the meat. Hello, meat. Meet your mushrooms.
Meet
Again.
your fungus.
Yes, meet your fungus. Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm just kicking back in this pool. They said that this was a great spa. You know, it looks like everybody's having a good time. Oh, yeah, mix it around, yeah, a little bit. You know, get them sociable, get them talking about, the weather and what they've
This,
been
that,
up
and the
to
other
for 20
thing.
years. Well, I was a cow in 1919, but, that kind of went out with the whole mad cow disease. And then this angry cow kind of came along and bumped into us. And then so we had a great earthquake, and then everybody moved to the Bahamas.
And don't forget about the fire, too.
Oh, yeah, and there was a great fire. The floods came, and there was a huge riot at cell block number 5. But we won't talk about that. Anyway,
But now
get
you
this
can
mixed
see that
around.
the juices have kind of been soaked back up by the meat again as well.
Oh yeah, because that meat is thirsty. It wants action. Look at that. Okay, so for a warming thing, you only really want to have it on 225 degrees Fahrenheit, just to warm up everything. Just keep everything nice and warm. That way, everything doesn't get overcooked. 225 degrees Fahrenheit is very safe. Just take your cookware into it, but don't stick plastic in there. That's ridiculous. And add our frozen vegetables into the tarragon water.
Sorry about that coughing fit.
And let that boil up a little. We're going to turn
Turn that off.
that off.
I'm just going to move this over here since it's a
Move it
bigger,
on over.
since it's a bigger burner. It'll cook a lot faster.
Yes, it is.
A lot faster.
Oh, yes, it is. And it will heat right up. And in a few moments, we're going to get these egg noodles into that stock pot and get them cooking. And we are almost done with everything, aren't we?
Almost. All we have to do now is, after the noodles are done, add our cream to our stroganoff.
Mix in the sour cream.
Yeah, which we're going to be using sour cream for that. And that you can substitute in or out for low fat, or I've even known someone to use a tangy yogurt.
That would be good too. And, white sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I still got some in the freezer over here.
Yeah, but we're going to use sour cream.
And it should be almost ready to add the noodles. Just a
Okay.
few more extra bubbles, and we will get
The noodles
the
going.
noodles going.
Want to do
But,
camera magic thing now, right?
yep, and we'll use a little camera magic for that. So we're going to get this entire bag
into that.
Right into there. So we'll definitely show you some magic here.
Those 2 bags into there.
Let's do some magic! Are you ready? We're gonna get this bag of egg noodles into that stock pot.
Well, let's see if I have any magic, shall we? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Guess not.
I don't know. Well, I think maybe we ought to send you to Hogwarts.
Yeah, maybe.
So, but yeah, basically I want to make sure that there is no possible way this bag is open. I'll show it to the viewers. There is no opening in this bag whatsoever. The noodles are still in the bag. Now, are you ready? Say it with me now, all you viewers out there. We're going to get the kitchen magician to work magic and opening this bag and getting them directly into that stock pot. 1, 2, 3. Hey, what do you say about that, huh? Kitchen magic. Let's do that again. Just dump that right into there. You don't need any magic to just dump noodles into a pot. But the magic is in the cooking and the flavor and the tasting and the eating will be the results of your audience going, that's good.
Of your house guests, of your family. Okay, that's going to take just a couple of minutes for
Just
that.
a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little
And
bit.
the reason why we don't add the oil to this one is we're not going to drain the noodles right away.
Huh. We're just going to let them sit there and let them think about what they've done.
Exactly.
I see. Just a little bit.
And that will also prevent sticking when it comes to pasta too. These are just about done, so we're going to take them off the heat and let the water finish it up.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
And then,
Hey, be careful too, because you want to make sure you grip it on the bottom part, not the top part, like I just did.
yeah.
So we're going to slide it on over off the hot burner. Turn that off. So that way-
We're going to need that back
we're
on.
going to need that back on. Okay,
For
we're
this.
reaching for the meat mixture now.
And with that being in the oven, the meat should be completely cooked through too.
Really? All right. So then we add noodles to that.
No, not yet.
Oh, we had the sour cream
Sour
first.
cream.
Then the noodles.
Yep, but we're going to be layering with the noodles and the meat and the meat.
Almost like a Florentine.
Right.
Almost like a Florentine bake, I see. So let's get some sour cream added, and let's first take off the seal, because it's always best to take the seal off if you want to get to the sour cream inside of it.
Usually. Okay. Stir.
Stir! I will stir.
And we're not going to be using the whole 16 ounces here.
I
No.
thought that's what we got it for, isn't it?
Oh, no, I got another one for me.
Oh, I see, I see.
Basically, we're going to be adding just enough to make a nice cream sauce to coat everything. It may take the 16 ounces, it may not.
Ah, so basically we're going to try not to slop it everywhere.
Yeah, usually
we are
not.
going to mix the sour cream into the existing sauce to make its own new sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I see how this works. That's why we don't want to get rid of any of the juices.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And with the fat and the sour cream, if we let it sit for a little bit, it will actually thicken up. But we can also use a little bit of flour to help thicken it up as well.
But wouldn't that make it taste a little like a gravy if that happened?
Not if you use just a pinch of flour.
Just a pinch?
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch.
Or, if I can say this, use something called Wondra. It's
What's
basically
Wondra?
flour without the flour taste.
Ah, so it's a thickening agent without the floury taste.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Unfortunately, we don't have any Wondra, but
I've never heard of it, to be honest with you.
Well,
now you have.
Usually-
And knowing is half the battle.
Usually that's called cream of tartar.
Cream of tartar.
Yeah.
But doesn't cream of tartar also have its own unique flavor?
It does, but it's not as
Not as potent.
potent as, say, flour or potato starch, for example.
Right.
Or
there's
corn
pretty much nothing that.
It's pretty much thick as it is. I mean, look how
Yeah.
thick that is so far. It is
Okay.
pretty thick. So we don't need any more of that.
Nope.
Okay, so that's
We
fine.
use about 3/4 of the sour cream this time.
Okay. And now we add the noodles.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Oh, I want to eat.
I know you do.
I know. I just want to eat.
We're almost done, son.
I'm gonna go to McDonald's soon.
We have some in the fridge.
Oh, that's right. We have McDonald's in the fridge. Yay, McDonald's! Yay! Not for you,
Okay.
Doofus.
Okay.
Oh. Doofus loves his McDonald's, I tell you.
Okay.
Okay, so we are mixing the meat and mushroom and garlic and sauce. Let's smell. Ooh, that smells divine. You smell this? Are you smelling this? Here, have a whiff.
We don't have smell-o-vision yet.
Okay, when we get smell-o-vision installed, imagine the aroma of this as being described as very sweet but sensual.
Okay. Out of the way.
You're gonna push the host out of the way, man? What's wrong with you, dude?
So basically, we're going to have to get a nice bed of noodles here.
Ah, you put it down on a bed. That makes sense because the meat's been tired socializing in that spa all day. It needs to lie down. Of course, you got to put it on a bed.
Hey.
So, there you have it. I see. So, lay down the noodles.
A nice bed of noodles.
Uh-huh.
Then we're going to get some of the mushrooms, some of the meat, because I know Sonic loves his mushrooms.
And plenty of that sauce.
And lots of sauce. You drizzle it over, yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. Get the veggies done. Grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Well, you don't want to grab any stick of juicy fruit right now because dinner is served. And now we can finally eat.
Well, not yet. You need a fork.
But some people use their hands.
Okay.
As stated on Hostel, the movie. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of everything, or at least I'm gonna try to get a little of everything. Look at that sauce, just runs right through it all.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can get some noodles and some meat, but it's gonna be slippery noodles here, so.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, hot. There, it's very, very hot, so watch out. Not too bad. Oh, mushroom there too. Beautiful. Nice and simple recipe. And it doesn't take that long to make either.
Well, we started at about 5:30.
And it is now 5:56. Well, I think our work done is here. Good grammar.
I think our work here is done. You're welcome. See, my food's so good it makes him forget what he's talking about.
You see, Clarice, I eat the brain because the brain is very healthy for a person's respiratory system, you see. Fancy you don't know about this, Clarice. Anyway, this is SonicBlu Darkfold, not Hannibal Lecter, saying it's been real, it's been fun, and you have been watching a recipe by Rune the Wolf, Beef Stroganoff.
Those 2 bags into there.
Yes.
Watch out for that burner, it's still hot.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. I did not see that I was...
Just checking your veggies.
Why, hello, Clarice. Try nice of you to join me, Clarice. I was just having this person's brain. What? I love Silence of the Lambs, especially Hannibal in that brain-eating scene. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. N-O-O-D-L-E-S. Find out why they taste so best. N-O-O-D-L-E-S. Take out for... well, hey, you know, we got something going there, even though I don't know the rest of the lyrics to fill up that parody, but
He'll find it.
We'll figure it out.
I'll figure something out in the midst of all the other things we're working on. See, this is the reason why my mind never stops working, because it's always working. Even when it's not working, it's working.
Yeah, this man has woken up at 3 a.m. going, I know what we're going to do for the next scene for Paul.
Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I bet you like a man on a fuzzy tree. Who do you say when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Why am I singing Elvis all of a sudden? Because I got the feeling, I got the soul, and I got the beat in my feet.
And the shirts.
You never wore Hawaiian shirts, did you? Well, maybe in Blue Hawaii. Weird Al Yankovic wore these shirts.
Yeah.
I think our work done is here.